We're going into triple overtime. No, we are not. That is firmly... Okay. That is firmly in the range of number 1. That is... What is number 1? Oh! Wow. Number 1. Inside slot number 1. This has been in here for a while. It's very old. Super value. 2 packs inside. 2 packs for the price is 1. This was packaged in 2014 by MJ Holding Company. I'm sure you recognize that name as being the company that makes all those shitty power cubes for Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, of which we've opened up previously on GatorUNbox in the past. Don't buy them. But what they also did is they bought a bunch of bulk booster packs, unopened booster packs of all sorts of various things, and these were just thrown into various dollar stores like Dollar Tree. Now, Dollar Tree has really gotten out of the trading card market, so I've been sitting on these for a long time, but I used to just go to various like Dollar Tree stores and look at their trading cards, because they always had just a lot of random weird bulk stuff, and this was one of the things they had. Oftentimes, these things would have been sitting around for so long that they were pennied out, meaning that they were not even supposed to be in their inventory, so when I brought them to the registers, I paid a fucking cent for them. No joke. So, inside the Super Value Pack, we flip it over, we got a Ryan Steele VR Troopers puzzle pack. I think we've opened this one before, but if you kind of look through the back, you can kind of see, I think this is a pack of Chaotic cards. We haven't opened one of those yet, but anyways, I don't particularly want to destroy the plastic double pack, so where's my not-so-safe safety razor? We got VR Troopers, so hang on, let me hold this. Let me hold this up. VR Troopers for the thumbnail. Chaotic. The Rise of the Oligarch. What is this? Marillion Invasion. Rise of the Oligarch. First edition cards, too, by the way. Includes online gameplay at chaoticgame.com. I don't know if that's still a thing. So let's first focus on the VR Troopers Ryan Steele puzzle pack. Collect all, whatever. Look for VR Troopers audio cassettes wherever music is sold. That's it. Look for the audio cassettes from 1995, so you know the CD was around back then. Saban's just going cheap on us. So it's just that's literally all there is on there. And you can actually see right here, if you look closely, oh, that is a fucking grease crayon. Well, you can see where the previous folks that like bulked this out, they just marked through this so that it wouldn't scan in their inventory anymore because they were getting rid of them. So there's even a grease crayon mark on this. This has been inside of a plastic bag for years, almost a decade, and it still looks like filthy. How? How'd you manage to do that one, MJ Holdings? They only bought the filthiest... Okay, well, we're just going to open it from the back, I guess. They only buy the filthiest cards. But we... Yeah, we've seen this motherfucker before. Look at this fucking asshole. In case you guys ever wondered which Power Ranger is the one that sucks dick, it's this one. More interestingly, though, we've got Chaotic, which is a game where, like, I think the protagonists scanned monsters into their flip phones or something. Look, basically, the only thing I know about Chaotic is that I've got the game. I don't think I got rid of it. I've got the game for the Xbox 360. And I know that, like, I'm going to stand up to demonstrate this. So, here we go. Now I'm standing up. So, whenever your characters find the runes on, like, the rock formations, they have their little flip phone, right? So, the card pack is now my flip phone. And they hold their model is just to have their arm like this. Like, this arm down, this arm straight out. And there's like a beam of light that comes out of their flip phone, and it scans the glyph, and you get whatever from it. But I found out, while just trying to play the game, if you're standing too close to the wall, to the point where the character's arm cannot go out, it stays at their side, and then like the beam of light looks like it just comes out of their dick to scan the glyph, because they're still holding their flip phone, but their arm can't move. So the where the light comes out is, I guess, mapped to where their hand is. And if their hand is down at their side, they're just scanning the glyph with their wiener. So, first time I saw that glitch, you could bet your ass I did that multiple times and laughed. I laughed with diminishing returns, but I did laugh extremely hard at it. So, what do we got here? This pack contains a random assortment of 9 cards from the 100 Marillion Invasion Rise of the Oligarch trademark Chaotic trading card game booster packs. That is all one big, long, proper noun. Set content subject to change. I would hope not. Stated odds reflect an average of the entire production run. No ratio is guaranteed to exist within an individual box or case. Copyright 2008 4Kids Entertainment and Chaotic USA Entertainment Group Incorporated. Wow. 4Kids. Depending on who you ask, some people might have strong opinions on them. I don't care either way. So we got some backstory here. The ancient legends are true. Let's read along. Read along. The mythical Marillions are real. Experience the devastation as this merciless new tribe, proper noun, overwhelms Param, proper noun, inundating and conquering scores of treasured locations, proper noun, in their wake. The beleaguered tribes quickly realize that to defeat their enemy, they must explore the mysteries that lurk in the uncharted regions based behind the doors of the deep mines, proper noun. Will they discover the secret to mastering the Marillions, or is surrender their only chance for survival? Hey, surrendering doesn't necessarily guarantee that your enemies aren't going to come right in and just decapitate the fuck out of you, so hang on to that. Go to chaoticgame.com for game rules. This has been 13 years. I do not know if that website is still around. But 9 cards in every pack. There's 24 common cards with 4-to-1 odds, 24 uncommon cards with 3-to-1 odds, 25 rare cards with 2-to-1 odds, 17 super rare cards with 1-to-3 odds, and 10 ultra rare cards with 1-to-24 odds. How many cards? It says there's 100? Does that add up to 100? Wouldn't that be great if we got one of the ultra rare drops? If we got pulls? If we got a legit legendary pull from this, nobody gives a shit about. I'm sure it's worth like nothing. I don't even think Troll and Toad has a section for Chaotic. I don't think no one cares. TCG player, none of them. I like the backs of them though. It's much sleeker. Anyways, up first. What am I looking at? Kaibon, the Renegade. He's like an orc with a gun. Here's his head, in case it helps. At the beginning of combat, if Kaibon is equipped, it gains 10 energy. Okay. This must be the code you type in on the website. And you get this card, you unlock it on the site. It ends in Fef. So this is 10 out of 100. Does it tell me how do I determine the rarity? What is it? That's the art credit, which I genuinely don't give a shit about because it's disposable. Underworld Taskmaster Minion. Okay, next card. Guys, it's the Baton of that's what it is. I'm not gonna read it because I'm just gonna imagine that whenever you equip it, you become Tim Allen. Caustic Cascade. No text to be written. Alan, please insert details here, or whatever. Good. Oh, this one's a hollow. And he's like a little lizard. Oh, fucking check this guy out, man. Look. He's got a dumbass name, Taffiel, but he's like a little, I don't know, he's like a little lizard man. He's a Mepedian Royal Stalker. He says, and his special status is that he is unique. He is a special boy. So this one's holographic. This one's probably got to be worth something. Hang on. Taffiel Chaotic card. We're gonna do ourselves a search here. All right, now hang on. Just because here's the trick. Here you go. This is the one you want to click on. Sold items. Click on that. Show 4 results. Okay, the card that we have is worth somewhere between $3 and $6. Awesome. That's probably gonna win. Whoa! Hang on! Got another holo here. I don't even know what the hell. It's like a nebula. This is Intras's healing ballad. Heal 5 damage to Yadi. Let's check the price on this one. Show me sold. I want to see sold listings. That should be my default setting. No matches. That's why it turned it off. So, okay. Value indeterminate. What the fuck is this? Looks like poop. It looks like jizzing poop. It's actually a vial of liquid thought. Yeah, maybe for the furry fandom. Fuck that one. I don't want no jizzing poop on my show. We got other card. We got petrifying power. Rolls Royce. See if you can figure out where the monster is in this card. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. He's like a big crab or something? Is it a big turtle? Hell, I don't know. As the waves crash in his wake, his claws slash through you. He's also got waterproof up to 25 meters. Don't take that watch any deeper, though. It'll stop working. And then we got Tarbok. With Tarbok. I think he's a bug. He's Bug Man. Here. Now he's standing right ways up. I don't think I need to lay the cards out. I think we know that my boy Tafiel here, Mr. $6, I think we realize that he's gonna be the star of the show here. He's like a little iguana man or like a little kobold or something. I don't know. At first I thought he was like a Charmander because I thought he had like a fire tail, but he's holding a torch with one hand and then he's got his tail entwined around another torch, so he's just holding 2 torches. Buddy, you got 2 hands. You can double dog torches if you want. I mean, you can do that. Barrel A. The quote jizzing poop. Unsubscribed, unfollowed, unfriended. Anyways, I don't know how to play this game. I'm sure if I did, do you have to play it online against other people? Is that how you, but I feel like you could play it in person too. I don't know. There's probably some type of thing where it's like you got a monster and you can do X number of damage and then you can give him a boost +5 energy and then your opponent can be like, you can't attack my Laffy Taffy. I'm gonna heal him and I'm gonna use my petrifying power, which negates your thing. Get that out of town. And I'm going to summon Caustic Cascade to do 20 bonus damage to you. Get out of town. I get to draw a prize card. And my prize card is the jizzing poop card that I threw across the room because I don't want to look at it anymore. So it's not a very good prize card. No, it's not Chaotics. Like Knuckles Chaotics. It's Chaotic, just Chaotic, the word chaotic. No X. It's not as exciting. Literally. Exciting. Zahondo. No one plays it, but it was a bad anime. That sounds about right. Well, Tafiel's he's the winner of the lot. Everybody else, thanks for playing. I now have a stack of first edition Chaotic cards. I got a first edition Jizzin' Turd card laying on the ground over there. I really gotta go to TCG Player after the stream. I gotta find out how much this shit's worth. Literally. Spin. It's on 9. Pin it down, read him and weep. Number 9, Green wins. Straight out of, is there a year? Well, straight out of the 80s. There'll probably be a year on the cards. We have baseball's greatest gross outs. We get 9 full color stickers. Read them and weep. 9 full color stickers. 1 stick of bubble gum. And if you look on the back, it is apparently a Super Bubble. So I remember this old packaging of Super Bubble. That takes me back. I remember the gas station used to sell them for a nickel way back in the day. So there's memories. So this is from a company called Leaf. We haven't really seen Leaf on the trading cards. They're new. I know nothing about baseball's greatest gross outs, except this might be something this is something bridging the gap between baseball cards and Garbage Pail Kids, both of which were popular at the time. So this is something that's like a happy medium. I can feel the stick of gum. It's right here. It feels extremely large. Is that expired bubblegum, or are you just happy to see me? Save the wax so I can do something with it later. Save the wax packaging. No, don't rip. Please. You guys can't call me a hoarder because I actually have put together an art thing with this. Alright, there's the cards. Can we get the gum off the front of this card? Look, that is... We'll try the gum at the end, but that right there is a pretty substantial piece of gum. That is broken into 3 parts. That is a lot of gum for a trading card. Usually it's like half that size. Here we go. You guys ready for baseball's biggest gross outs? I already don't like the art. This is so not my this is so not my cup of tea, but here's gross out Glenn. Also, Fandramon says, if the bubblegum wasn't part of the gross out thing back in the day, it certainly is now. What's on the back? When you nut, but she keeps sucking. Here's Billy the Brain. Dwayne the Main Brain McLean from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. This is quite disgusting. What do we got on the... Oh, here we go. We got some stats. Position, scorekeeper. He's the only one who can add. Has a brain 42 inches wide by 19 inches long. He keeps it in a trunk in his attic. His off-season job is that he's still trying to find one. I just want to focus on his height and weight. His weight is E equals MC squared, and his height, I don't recognize that equation. TTR squared? Somebody who's smarter than me, what is that equation? What is that? What in God's name? This is dull David. I mean, do I want it to focus? The card art is certainly disgusting, if that's what they were going for. His hands are inside of his mouth. As you can see, there's nothing coming out of his sleeves. He'd be a great magician. Do they not provide numbers for height and weight? Look, just average, very normal. Guys. Really? Tiger Tad? You guys want to focus on that? Look at that. Is this patient zero of the furries? Is it? We may never know. I just glance over in chat and I see someone saying, I don't like it. So this one actually has a proper height. It says he's 6'7" on all fours. Well, tell him Large Marge sent you. Peekaboo Paul. Hey, what's your name? Paul? Check this out, Paul. Here's Horseface Henry. I don't think that's what Horseface means. This is Airhead Arnie, who kind of looks like a R.L. Stein monster, who apparently has no brain because the ball just goes straight through his head. Also, his right ear is pierced, so there's a little bit of LGBT representation in these baseball's greatest horrors. Was Was that the thing? Was it your right ear or your left ear? If that's the one that was pierced. Because people were like, oh, that's code for being gay. Do you guys remember that? I can't remember which ear it was. Here's Brad the Bunter. More like Brad the Yowie Paddler. I almost thought that was supposed to be a bottle until I realized it's a specially made bat for bunting. This is Hogface Homer, which almost looks like Horseface Henry, whatever it was again. He is, his height is 5'5", and in parentheses it says it measured up, down, or across. Doesn't matter. He's just a big ball. Let's spread them all out. I know you guys want to see that. We'll wait. Let's pick a favorite. I'll spread them all out. There's 9. The package said 9. 9 stickers out of 88 to collect. Now I've got to say this hyper gross Nickelodeon-esque style art really doesn't mesh well with me. So like Billy the Big Brain Tumor, no. Horseface Henry with drooling slime from every orifice, no. The dude with all the eyeballs in his mouth, no. The guy with eating all the bugs, no. The guy with the arms coming out of his mouth, no. I much prefer just like regular monster-esque characters. So like these guys are fine. If I had to pick a favorite, it's not going to be Hogface Homer. That's just not. He's just gross looking. It's not my thing. I feel like Airhead Arnie isn't enough with the spirit of baseball's greatest gross outs. He's just an airhead. He has no brain. So in comparison to everything else we've seen, he seems kind of like low tier. So it's down to Brad the Bunter and the fucking furry. And honestly, I'm gonna have to say in terms of like drawing quality alone, it's not Brad the Bunter. I'm gonna have to actually I have to go with the cat. I have to go with the kitty cat man. I can't, fucking Tony the Tiger he just wins me over. I don't know. Old habits die hard, unfortunately. It's just he's drawn less disgusting and gross and slimy and drooly than the others. So he kind of just wins by default. Here's the part of the show that you guys always come here for, is me trying the nasty gum. Not a whole lot of discoloration on this. There is. This just smells of paper. So I'm going to pick up the piece that looks like Ohio. It's a very sickly flesh color. I forget what side was touching the paper. One side was touching the paper and the other side was touching the wax. I think this lighter side was touching the paper and this side was just touching the wax. I'm going to eat this piece. And Necro says it's gum. It won't spoil that easily. You guys know how many times I've done this and how many times I can say that that's a lie. Alright, here we go. Oh! Oh, it crumbles. And it tastes like... Oh. Oh. It's gone. It's gone. Oh. Oh, it tastes like the way a basketball court smells. Oh, fuck. Electric Ray. The gum looks grosser than the characters. It tastes extremely stale. Like any hint of that was the reason why they gave you such a big piece of gum, was because on the oh, look, you can even see where it was in the package. It left a stain on the wax. Oh. But they advertise that this is specifically super bubble gum. Blows bigger bubbles. They even use their registered trademark because of the spiral design of the packaging. So that's the reason why you got such a... Oh, and also because it's baseball. because they used to like, didn't pitchers and stuff used to chew tobacco and stuff. So, and then there's like that Big League Chew bubble gum, which to this day is still meant to resemble shredded tobacco in like a pouch, even though that hasn't been a thing in like decades. That's why they gave you such a big piece of gum, was because it's baseball. Duh. It's Buster Keaton rules. I bet that gum is made entirely from artificial preservatives, and it's still long expired. And then Electric Ray says it doesn't blow a bigger bubbles; it just blows. Yeah, that I can still taste it. It just tastes like dirt. It tastes like dirt when you bite into it, and then afterwards it just like reacts with your spit, and it's weird. It tastes like that. I don't know how to describe it, but if you've been to a basketball court, then you know that weird, like waxy, rubbery smell that a basketball court has. This is what it like. If you go to a high school basketball gym, right? It tastes the way like that smells. So that's what Super Bubble turns into after almost 40 years. That's disgusting. If it lands on 23 again, I'm gonna get pissed. It's landed on 3. And 3, that's the prime number, baby. Prime number. Okay, there's no gum in this one. There's no gum in this. Well, we've got Series 1 Peanuts. Snoopy. Y'all know about Snoopy? It's Peanuts Classics. Randomly inserted, making jokes about presidents here. Randomly inserted Snoopy for President hologram card. Entry forms for Knott's Berry Farm, Dream Vacation, Grand Prize, and other Snoopy gifts. 10 cards per pack. I've been to Knott's Berry Farm. Actually, it's a pretty cool place. They had Camp Snoopy for the little kids there, and they had some roller coasters and all that. This is copyright 1958 United Features Syndicate. Good God. When were these printed? Okay, well, here we go. Look for Snoopy for President hologram card randomly inserted. Peanuts Classic Series #1 collector sheets. Order your uncut sheet of Peanuts Classic Series #1 today. So, does that you guys like your Snoopy cards circumcised or not circumcised? It says here, one 100 card collector sheet for only $14.95. And that includes shipping and handling. To order, send your name, address, and zip code along with check or money order to the thing there. Offer expires January 31st, 1993. So unfortunately, you can't send it off to Petaluma, California, which leads me to believe these are probably from 1992, if the order ended at the very, very beginning of 1993. So let's take a look at what we got in the way of Snoopy. You guys know about Snoopy. He's got that. He flies around on the doghouse and he becomes the Red Baron. You know, they were going to make an Atari game out of it until they got cold feet and pulled out. Alright, here we go. 10 cards. What the fuck? First I was surrounded by doctors and nurses, now everybody's gone. It's because what does this mean? Do they think he's dead? Does nobody want to be around Charlie Brown? Or they got other shit to do? Oh. Okay, so this is a comic strip. Okay, so this is one panel of a comic strip from 1979. So here's the panel we have. What's happening? Where'd everybody go? Maybe I'm incurable. I guess I have to relax. Joe Patient. I'm gonna be straight. I don't get the punchline. Here's one that's just Snoopy looking at a butterfly. Peanuts. Is this from a thing? Is this from a... So this is from April 19th, 1969. Very nice. It's just Snoopy, and he sees and watches a butterfly and says, "I knew I heard wings." If they're going for anti-humor, I think they got it. Here's the World War I flying ace down behind enemy lines. Snoopy and the Red Baron. I take it he's going to be on his doghouse? Or no. Okay, from 1979. I can always tell when I'm near the enemy. Lucy says, get out of my way, you stupid beagle. And Snoopy says, they're not as polite. Well, Snoopy doesn't say it. Snoopy thinks it. Because he doesn't talk. Here's Linus playing the piano. This dude could hammer out a tune like nobody's business. And apparently this is also from a thing dated 1989. Charles Schultz really got his money's worth out of this. It's just Linus playing some music. You could probably actually play those first couple measures, and then it falls apart and Snoopy's just staring at it like, dude, what the hell did you do? So this is now I'm starting to show that I don't know the names of all the characters. How did you do on the test, sir? And I don't know if he's asking that to was that Peppermint Patty? Isn't that a girl character, or is that the joke? I notice we keep getting the first panel of each of these things. I got 2 right out of 20. That wasn't very good, sir. From all I've heard, Marcy, it's lonely at the top. So apparently that character is Marcy, so I think I was correct in that being Peppermint Patty. So here's Lucy feeding Snoopy, and he's dancing, saying, oh, it's supper time, supper time, supper time, supper time. What year is this? Now we get to play what year is this from. 1969. Yeah, that makes sense. I like that you get the complete comic on the back so you could at least get some fucking context here. Okay, you stupid beagle, it's supper time. And then he's like, supper time? And he starts dancing and dancing. Yes, it's supper time, the very best time of day. Oh, it's supper time, it's supper time. And then Lucy says, I feel like I'm feeding Fred Astaire. That's an old Hollywood joke. I'm sure that was topical in 1969. I'm sure people thought that was a laugh riot. Here's one of Snoopy just saying, raccoons are weird. Okay, what year is this from? 79? They do strange things, like you see them washing their food at the edge of streams, or in my water dish, and then like Woodstock is arbitrarily down there. Okay, I'm going to call it right. Actually, this is apparently card number 1 in the set, too. I'm going to call it right here. Treating these as like a Garfield without Garfield thing makes these individual panels infinitely funnier. Or if not funnier, then just nicer. Because so far, the raccoon one and the one of Charlie Brown in the hospital, this is funny when you have no closure on it. Otherwise, when you have closure, you're just left with like, what's the fucking punchline? I don't even fucking know what this means. What even is this? Here's Charlie Brown feeding Snoopy. He says, I worked hard preparing this meal. Does Snoopy dance? From 79. If you think there's any way you think it could be improved, just let me know. Maybe if it were left out in the rain for a few days. Damn. That was cold-blooded. Also, this is card number 108. How many of these did they feel the need? If there's only... Wait a minute. If there... Hank, what the fuck? 108? If the full uncut card collector thing was 100 cards in a sheet, then you're not going to get all the cards. It's not a complete set. You just get the first 100. Because this wouldn't be on the thing if this is 108. What a ripoff. This is Snoopy saying, I don't like food in my food. What the fuck does that mean? Oh. From 1989. This must have been when Charles Schultz was really out of material. Which do you want? A cookie with nuts in it or a cookie with raisins? Snoopy thinks and says, I prefer neither. I prefer plain cookies. I don't like food in my food. What's that Tourette's guy quote? Dom DeLuise is a chef on TV who just sits around with his ass up his ass. And here's Lucy unable to catch a fly ball. It just goes right past her. This is the last card. So this is also from '89. All right, Lucy, what's your excuse this time? Air got in my eyes. Air. Air, like the Mario ROM hack. So I noticed, I think these are either 69, 79, or 89. Did Charles Schultz not? So that's, yeah. That's 79. 69. 79. 79. 89. Apparently all I've gleaned from this is that Charles Schultz worked on Peanuts once a decade, I think. So, like I said, these trading cards, I'm not the biggest fan of Snoopy or Peanuts or Charlie Brown and the gang or whatever. Let me tilt these toward the camera so we can properly sort them out. I'm not the biggest fan of Snoopy. It's not really my cup of tea. I read the Sunday Funnies when I was younger, but I wasn't really more of a fan of this. So, for me, I don't have any attachment to Peanuts whatsoever. I just think that some of these are funny in the Garfield without Garfield sense. So, in that regard, that's how I'm going to judge these whenever I choose a favorite. So, I don't like Food in My Food is funny as a non sequitur, but that's going to be a no. The Linus character card is alright, but I don't think I have a favorite character. Like a favorite Peanuts character. I don't think I do. So, it's a neat card, but I'm not sold on it. The World War I card, no. The baseball card, no. Supper Time, no. How'd you do on the test, no. I worked hard preparing this meal, no. I guess the butterfly one is just a nice panel from the comic, but that's it. It's not funny or anything like that. It doesn't stick out to me as particularly interesting. So we're down to Charlie Brown Case 0 COVID or Raccoons Are Weird. I hate having to pick one of them because I actually think they're both funny in that not funny sense. Raccoons are weird, and that can just end there. That's like that's a complete thought. That's fine. And first I was surrounded by doctors and nurses, now everybody's gone. Okay. This one's only funny in the context of coronavirus. This one is funny regardless of outside context. So I think because of that, Raccoons Are Weird is going to stand out as the takeaway here. But before I do that, I just had a great idea in chat that was posted to me by Buster Keaton Rules. How about we try to see if we can use the one-panel cards to make our own gag? So let's see. It's supper time. Oh, it's supper time. It's supper time. It's supper time. I worked hard preparing this meal. I don't like food in my food. Raccoons are weird. And then this is the 2006 LOL So Random Penguin of Doom punchline. I think Raccoons Are Weird is going to be my pick of the litter. Honestly, I could probably see a game being made if I just got a bunch of these. I'm sure these are probably worthless. You could probably find a ton of these on eBay, new old stock. Probably a whole booster box full of them for like $10. I'm certain. I haven't looked it up right now. I have no idea, but this is going to be one of those things where you can find a booster box of new old stock, and it'll cost you nothing. And this is a fun game to play. It's almost like what's that damn Cyanide and Happiness game? The one where you get the comic panels and play them down to make a comic strip. Fuck, what was it? What's that game called? Joking Hazard. In fact, Just LSD is somebody whom I've played that game with. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the tip of my tongue. You saved me a whole stream's worth of being like, what the fuck was that game called? He just drops in. Joking Hazard. All right, I'm out. That's Peanuts cards. I can't explain the weirdness behind the dates on the back of the cards and why they're all exactly 10 years apart. That seems kind of strange, but maybe Charles Schultz just drew. Maybe he just sat down for a couple of weeks in 69, 79, and 89, and maybe he just drew a decade's worth of fucking Peanuts comics in the course of like a month, and that's the reason why they all suck, is because 10 years worth of them were made in the course of like 4 weeks. There we go. I'm sure there's somebody watching this right now who's like, how dare you make fun of Snoopy, Draco? I like Snoopy. It's a good Christian comic that's clean and it's not vulgar. And I'm like, yeah, well, I read Sherman's Lagoon. Got him. Thanks for checking out this video by Gatorbox. To see more videos like it, please subscribe to the channel. You can also support this project financially at patreon.com/Gatorbox. You can also follow us at twitch.tv/Gatorbox to catch us live every Friday night at 9 p.m. Central Time for our main show. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.